we had an awesome time in Phoenix this last weekend. Lots of appointments, and it was just rocking and rolling. A fantastic healing circle, and it was only 2 days of appointments, and then one night for the healing circle, which was just tremendous, absolutely fantastic. So, any questions? Most everyone here, except for Jill, is been hanging out for a long time, many years. And please, anyone, I can try to answer a question from you about healing or myself or about what I believe in or spirituality in any way. Please, anything. Nini, you got anything? Or Thea?
No, not right now. I'm okay, thank you.
Oh, sure. All righty. Anything from you, Thea? Anything at all? What about you, Jill? Hey, I appreciate a blessing. Yes, my pleasure. Let me see here. Lynn, are you there, Lynn?
Yes, I am.
All right, it says here, meeting settings, whiteboard disconnect on. No, I don't want to do that. See, I don't have any kind of request live chat. Here's a chat. All right, I appreciate a blessing. As far as a question, I'm formulating one. Okay. All righty, great. Let me close that. All right, Jill, any questions about anything I can try to answer before we start? This is going to be a short healing circle. Oh my gosh.
I got the audiobook that
awesome.
Yeah, so I actually listened to that over yesterday and then started doing some of the meditations, but haven't, done them all. No, I have no questions at this point, just kind of excited to meet someone that does things the way that I've been doing things. So that is mainly kind of my excitement right now is we seem to have a lot of similarities on how things go. So yeah, I'm just excited to be here and kind of see how you work.
Great. This will be somewhat of a similarity to what I teach, but when I'm teaching, I go into a lot of detail and understanding. And but when I'm working with someone, I kind of take shortcuts, and I just work with the person outright, and it's just the way the ball is played here in the game. And I enjoy doing this. I enjoy working with all this stuff. So no matter what I do, there's still going to be some effect, whether it be like in the healing circles, and when I sometimes work with people in the gathering, which is tomorrow, but it's mostly for questions. And then it's a real quickened effect without going into a lot of dynamics. It's through my knowing that I do it. And I'm talking with God while I'm doing it. I don't do it out loud, I do it within myself. And I still get to see results with people, and people get to see results themselves. So there's a change that happens. And that's what I really go for, is that change. It's not necessarily that in the old days, I used to go for the show and tell, where I would, there'd be a lot of energetic there, and it'd be more showy, but still people were getting affected tremendously. But I go for less of that, where I don't make people pass out now. I know how to control all that stuff. And I think that this way, I utilize the psychodynamic, and I utilize the consciousness in the body to give a quick dynamic for them to change. And that's all that really matters to me. If that almost makes sense. So
It does. It does. I think that's one of the reasons. I don't know. I don't exactly know how to explain it. But yeah, the other stuff doesn't really matter to me as much. It's just doing the work the way that I'm instructed to do it.
Sure.
And so yeah, I don't know. It's just thrilling, like I said, to meet someone that seems to be receiving information and doing things the way that is also kind of happening to me. So yeah.
Yeah, everything's going to
excited to be here.
be unique according to each person, because no one can have anyone else's experiences of this life of breathing in the same air or in different parts of the country or working with the same experiences. It's just not possible. I can't have yours. You can't have mine. No one else can have anyone else's. We can see and we can hear, and dynamics of an individual, and that's fine. But we'll only get pieces of the picture of what are pertinent, what are important for that individual in that particular moment. And it's only pertaining to the moment that will have that perception, because we can't live that other person's life, which is, I think, great. Thank God. I hope no one's able to live my life, but and that's where a lot of empaths come in, and they take on a lot of things from other people, but they really don't know what they're doing. If they took on those things from the other person, they would go through great grief, and for all the dynamics that made them up into who they are, what they are, and why they are today. It would be horrible for that person. They wouldn't want to live, and they couldn't live. It's not possible to live a dual life, or if you're working with more than one person, multiple lives at one time. It doesn't go there. We have our own life and our own experiences and dynamics that made us into who we are, what we are, why we are today. And if that makes sense. So the empath today, a lot of the empaths, it's like a big misnomer. They say, "Oh, I'm going to take on your grief." They would have no idea what that would be like if they really did. It'd be horrible, and just not cool. They wouldn't be able to survive. And so, in any case, does that make sense almost?
Yeah. I definitely have met people that talk like that. And I'm glad I'm not that way.
Me too. Me too. Yeah.
So I just,
Cool.
I like to do the work and then step away, and
Mhm.
I don't know.
Yes.
I don't need a lot of digging or anything. So, but yes, but I can, I have a little history of training from a program, and
Cool.
I just didn't like the way it, I don't know. It's just things start happening differently for me, and I had to kind of step away from it for a little while and recenter.
Sure.
And so now I'm just coming back kind of to the healing work again after about a year.
Good for you.
So,
Good for you. It's dynamic. And what we do, anyone here, and what we do is we are learning to commune with that divinity, that godliness. And that's the only really important thing. Everything else is then given to us. If this is our direction, that's great. That's fantastic.
yeah, it's been amazing. It's just finding other people that understand and have, because it's been difficult for me to share and tell people or anything. So
Sure.
it's nice to find other people that understand.
I totally get it. I totally get it. Thea wrote, and I will ask a blessing for you, Thea. But she also wrote, since God is all, why not pray for prosperity? You should be asking these questions tomorrow, Thea. Since God is all, why not pray for prosperity, good weather, etc.? Well, if that's your venue of life, you can pray for prosperity. God likes to give. I don't understand why not. And I never said don't pray for prosperity. I personally don't. I don't have time to do that. But it may not be my way of life personally. It's because I don't choose that to be my venue. But we say, like with weather, I remember one time, I'll tell you a real brief story. One time it was a Saturday, I had a day off, and I was leaving my order house to go out and have a good time. And all of a sudden it's pouring out and thundering out. And I said, I'm going anyway. And so I walked out of the door. I was just so filled with joy and acceptance that I was going to be going out and having a good time walking downtown in Fort Worth in the old neighborhoods and stuff like that, and to the storefronts on this particular main street there, the old town Fort Worth. And as soon as I walked out of the door, I saw that it was pouring, but it didn't matter. My intent was to go and just enjoy myself. And that was so strong in me. Then all of a sudden I saw that it wasn't raining where I was at. But it was raining all around me. And I kept on walking and walking and walking, got to the bus, and I didn't get wet at all. And not a single drop on me. And then I got on the bus and I just went to the Old Town area. And I was walking down the street, just enjoying it so much that I also noticed that it was raining outside of me. It wasn't raining where I was walking or standing in any particular place. And I would come into stores and stuff like that, and people would look at me. They saw that I wasn't wet, and they looked outside and they saw it was pouring, and my hair wasn't wet. I didn't have a drop of water on my clothing, nothing. So, and then it was just very enjoyable for me. And I knew that, oh my God, this is such a blessing, God. Thank you. Thank you. This is how wonderful it is. And then at the end of the day, a couple hours later, I came back and got off the bus. And right when I got to my front door, then it started raining on me. But the whole time, we're not controlling the weather, but what we're doing is we're seeing the weather differently. And it's like the weather is like a blessing from God, regardless of what the extreme is or what minimally it is or whatever. So it's the idea when we want to control something, that's when we want to do it. That's not the blessing in it. That's not the way to have that happen. I don't know if that makes sense to you, but when we're not in control, we're allowing the divinity, the godliness, the creator to be in control. That's my perception of things. And that's why I try to find less and less to complain of in my life. And so I hope that makes sense. Okay, good. Any other questions I could try to answer from anyone? Just so few of us, it's great. Anything, please. All right, Thea wrote, let me get to the chat. Since we are all part of the all, it does. Since we are part of the all, it does. Yes, it takes over, and it does it. And being a part of the all. And it's, appreciating the all. There's so many times that wonderful things happen. And all I can say, to that wonderfulness is God bless you, God. And, that's how it makes sense to me. It's part of the joy of that. If that makes sense to you and anyone else. So cool. Anything else I can try to answer for anyone before we start working here? All right. I want to start with you, Thea. And you wanted a blessing, and I have an idea about you, and I know you. So let's ask a blessing on you. And I always do this work within myself. I don't speak out loud. And everyone has the ability to ask blessings on anyone and everyone. And it's so ideal to understand. I mean, it's really ideal to understand that every word, every thought, every action in your life is what you're praying for, is the blessing that you're giving. Every word, every thought, every action is a living prayer within you. So we do that all day long anyway. It's the idea of watching the words and seeing what we're thinking and what we're saying out of our mouth, where we get to take a look at ourselves and correct ourselves right there without holding any judgment or guilt or anything else. It's taking a look at what we're saying, what we're doing, what we're, perceiving. And we have an opportunity to correct ourselves, to make it more important in what we're saying and doing and hearing and seeing. So okay. And blessings to you, Thea. All right. Jill, anything in particular you'd like me to work with, please? Any one thing? Turn on your mic.
Thanks for the reminder. So, thyroid. I've had thyroid for many, many years.
Okay. We have an appointment set up too, correct?
We do. Mhm.
Okay. That's tomorrow, I think. Or
Thursday.
Thursday. Okay.
Yeah.
Have you ever had your pituitary checked?
No.
Okay. Sometimes the pituitary gland gets a little whacked out or off balance, a little tiny bit. And sometimes I'm not sure about this because I know nothing medically, but sometimes various nutrients or vitamins can correct that. But they have to be in a more pure form. So I always tell people go to Whole Foods or whatever, and get it instead of Walgreens. Not that they don't have good stuff, but that's it's pure. And what vitamins to take, I don't know. I know nothing about that. All right, let's see. And I don't know if science yet has, I think some of science, some aspect of science has discovered, the research has discovered the connection between the pituitary and the thyroid. So how interesting. All right, good, good.
Thank
All
you.
right, good. Well, my pleasure, my total pleasure. And we'll work a lot more with that coming up. All right, good. Nini, anything, my dear?
Oh, thank you so much for that apple cider vinegar. I've been taking it and it's
Yes.
very, very good.
Fantastic. And
Yeah.
can you tell a difference since you started that?
Yes, I don't feel any like bloating after eating.
Good.
And I just feel like my digestion is good. I don't feel
Excellent.
full or anything. Yeah, it's just good. I haven't lost that much yet, but it seems like, it's good feeling about my the whole,
Oh, yeah.
system.
Yeah. And that was for you because that's going to make a difference for your life.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very, very important. That's great. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank
And,
you.
what do you do? 2 teaspoons or a
See,
shot?
one tablespoon.
Okay, great.
One
Fantastic.
tablespoon. 5 minutes after eating.
Yes.
Yeah, I do that. It's good. I found an apple cider vinegar with honey. That makes it better. I said, oh, that makes it better. So
That's awesome.
I just need a blessing. Thank you.
Oh, my pleasure, my honor.
Thank you.
All right. Spirit's moving on that one.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. You got it. You got it. And Lynn, anything, my dear? Anything you could think of?
Good question. Maybe a blessing for the house.
Okay. I can do that.
Thank you.
What immediately came to me and what I saw happening, I actually saw this happening. It was like the Christos, the sun, the light of the sun. It was filling your house, dissolving, and it's just like vaporizing any shadow or darkness. And
That's amazing.
and actually saw that. So, and we can try to recreate it. It'll feel awkward, or dynamics that happen, can try to recreate it, but it can't stay there. And it's difficult for people sometimes. So,
Okay. So,
yes,
okay, it's interesting.
yes, it
Thank
is.
you. Thank you.
Yeah. My pleasure. And just know that that light is there. The only important thing, know that that light is there. Okay.
Great. Thank
Cool.
you.
Hey, Christina.
Hi, Mark. How are you?
Fine. What you up to, lady?
Oh, watering my grass. It was like 88 degrees outside today, so it was beautiful. Oh,
God.
yeah, we went from like 40 to 80.
Whoa.
Yep.
I hear you. I hear it here too. It's,
Yeah.
we have similar weathers. So talk to me. How's Sophia doing?
She's doing okay. Still has a little bit of the vertigo, but not as much.
Okay.
So, but she's doing okay. Yeah.
Good. Now, did she do that? Did you impress her to do the exercise?
I tried. She's like her mother.
Okay. All righty. All righty. She might like it once she does it, if she does, but
I know, exactly.
let me work with her a little bit here.
Okay,
See if we
thank
can
you.
quicken it. But it is getting better.
Yes.
At one point, she's going to say, whoa, for something. Cool.
I can see her doing that. Thank you.
All right, good. What about you, young lady?
Well, if you could work with my heart.
What's wrong with your heart?
That's what I'm trying to look up. I did one of those heart monitor tests, because I was getting like a lot of flutters, and they're saying that I have VDR or something like that, where it's like the bottom of the heart doesn't pump as quickly as the top. And so I don't know. I don't want to accept it.
All right. See, my perception is that you have a wonderful heart. You have a good heart. And, you know, of course, I'm not a medical doctor, but that's my perception of what I saw, which is most people tell me that, oh my God, you know, this is awesome after the fact. And there's some people, like all my life, I've had something similar to what you described, but I can live a full life in every way. And I know that that isn't what's going to kill me eventually, you know, or take my life, you know. And I know many, many people that still have their diseases after I work with them, or their, you know, injured parts of the body or something, but they no longer have the symptoms of it. And so they're not worried about it anymore.
Right.
And nothing medically transpires or exacerbates from it. So
Perfect.
yeah, and they have a name for everything, though.
Of course they do. Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's one of those things like, I feel like, okay, you told me this information. Great. Okay. But I'm going to move on.
Good for you. Good for you.
And
I'm not saying don't go to ER or doctor or whatever.
No. Right. Right.
Cool.
Thank you.
Oh, my honor, my pleasure. Totally, totally. All right. And you're doing good otherwise?
Yes, better. It's just a choice, Mark. It's just a choice.
That's right. You got it. Good for you. God bless you.
So getting there.
All righty.
Thank you.
Oh, my pleasure. Any other questions or comments I can try to answer from anyone? This is going to be a quickie here. Anything? Any questions, Christina, or anything? Any comments?
Not recently. I mean, it's just been, you know, I don't know. There's always a question, right? I'm always talking to God,
Sorry, how's the doggy?
but she's barking for me right now because she doesn't go down the stairs. So she's wanting me to go get her. That's what you hear in the background.
The spoiled brat. Okay.
I really think she thinks I birthed her.
Oh boy.
Yes.
All righty. All right. Jill, how you doing? Did you notice anything happening when I worked with you, hon? And if you didn't, that's fine.
Yeah, I could definitely feel sensation first at the throat, and then it went up to the head. I definitely feel I don't know, presence or, you know, energy in that area.
Sure.
And I guess I did have a question. So
Sure.
when you're being communicated to, do you respond in your head? So I know you're being communicated to, but do you ask questions or respond? What goes on?
Well, I wonder about something. And in that wondering, it's like it's even quicker than getting an answer. It's immediately there, like it's always been there, just waiting for me to recognize.
Do you question, like, should, you know, because you've been doing this for so long, so do you think sometimes when you're there doing something and it's like, oh, should I? Or is that kind of out at this point?
It's wondering, it's going back to that wondering again.
Okay.
What do I do? Or how do I do this?
Mm-hmm.
And then it's like it's waiting for me to act on like the presence that's already there, if that makes sense.
Do you do you ever, I noticed that you place your hands in front, and I know this is a little different situation because we're on Zoom and all that. Do
Yes.
you often have body movement of your own when you do things? When you're doing healings?
No, because I know that all healing begins with thought.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So this is I do this mostly, not all, but mostly for the presence of others to acknowledge that something is happening.
Okay.
Not necessary though.
Right.
Something quite often what I'll do, or not even quite often, 50-50, I'll have my eyes closed to get a clearer picture. Other times I don't need to close my eyes because I'm wondering inside. I practice wondering so much in my life. I can't always do it, but quite often. And it's through the wondering that I'm able to perceive what a correct way of doing something is, like an automatic waiting for me to acknowledge.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
Yes. Sure does.
Good. All right, good. Please, anyone else have any questions? This can be a quick one here. See what we're doing here. Oh, all right, come on. A question from anyone, please. I can try to answer. Please. All right. Nothing, Christina? Nini? Lynn?
I find it odd because there were more people that signed up, and I'm just wondering if they had the wrong time.
It's okay. That's all right.
It
Next time.
happens.
Yeah. And we do have a healing clinic Wednesday. Let me see here. There was something I was going to tell you about, Lynn, as well. On Wednesday when's the gathering? Wednesday?
Yeah, the gathering's tomorrow night,
Okay.
and then the
Okay,
healing
good.
clinic is on Thursday.
Okay. All right. The Thursday is the healing clinic. The healing clinic's on Thursday. Is that right? Did you
That's
say?
correct. Yep.
All right. I didn't do it last week, so I'm so confused. All right.
Yeah, that's my fault. So I didn't advertise.
All right. And so don't miss those things, please. And then we have a workshop coming up on the practice of of what I do. It's a 4-day workshop, an hour and a half a day, and you don't even have to be there. Most people are. Some people choose not to be there, and they just watch the YouTube private YouTube channel that is shared with you, where you'll see the whole class. It's a dynamic class. It's working with healing and the practice of it. There'll be exercises, there'll be understandings, explanations, answering of questions. It's good. It's really good. And it's based upon the audio book, Awaken the Healer Within. And other teachings as well, that I get from within myself. Or if you want to, I go with the mind of the group, and there is no specific route that I go by. It's all, open to the mind of the group and where they want to go with this. Always, all the classes. It's most enjoyable. Everyone tells me so far that, this is fantastic. I'm going to take another one. So please do take advantage of that for anyone here. I think you'll like it. Yeah, I pray so. Anything else I can try to answer, please? Appointments are available. Anyone who wants an appointment with me, it's up to an hour. and, I'll give you my all. So, all right.
So the
else.
workshop is on May 24th.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
it's
Sign
coming
up
up.
now. There's a discount for it. And
As soon as I get it up there,
yeah.
which should be tomorrow.
All right. Good. All righty. And right now there's going to be for, I think, a week and a half, a discount, and then a week before it cuts off, and then it's regular price. So do take advantage of it. Make a note to go to my website and see it and register. All right. Blessings to everyone. Have fun. I hope you enjoy your lives and love yourselves. Bye.
Bye. Thank you, Mark.
Bye. Thank you, Mark.
Bye. Thank
Thank
you.
you,
Thanks, Mark.
everyone.
Bye-bye. Thank you.